Hey, what's going on? Mount Olive Middle School Chargers. I'm Mr. Sela. I know I didn't get to meet a lot of you in our orientations because we divided amongst the four of your core teachers here in the eighth grade. So I wasn't able to get to talk to every one of you, but I'm going to do this video and I'm going to make sure that you guys watch this video so you can learn how to do your work. Today is the 26th. Tomorrow we are starting curriculum-based activities, content activities. That means these grades are counting going into PowerSchool. So it's going to be really, really important for you to go ahead and do this work. So the first thing I want to do is get you into Canvas, right? You know how to log into Canvas. You go to NC Ed Cloud and you get in there and you are going to have more classes, right? This is just my homeroom and my class and one of the classes that I'm working on. So if you're in my homeroom, you click on daily attendance and do your daily attendance, just like all the other homerooms. Okay, so you have to make sure every single day that you click on each one of your classes to see what type of work you have to get done. Now, I stress to you this. If the work is due on Friday, do not wait until Friday to do all the work because it might be a whole lot of work with 4 assignments, right? And you don't want to overload yourself on work on Friday, and then you call me and Miss Sheila, I couldn't get all my work done, and I see that you've done nothing all week. So you click on all your other classes, and let's just say you get to my class. So here you go. You click on my class. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you here. You have announcements. I want to make sure that you see this video, so I'm going to put it in the announcements, and I'm going to put it in the modules so you know what to do for class. Okay, so always check these announcements. In my class, to do your work, you can either click the modules on the side over here, or you can click this work modules, and it will bring you to your classroom. Now, or to my work, I should say. So now, in order to show you what your work's going to look like, I have to do it this way. And that's okay. You'll still be able to see it. So you've already done, hopefully, the welcome to class assignments, and hopefully you've already done the reading assignments. So let's go ahead and get rid of those. And here's going to be your first one right here, maps and geography. All right, so what you'll do is you're going to click on your note sheet. And remember what I said. When you load this note sheet up, I would do it just like this. I would shrink your screen and I would move that note sheet right over to here. Now I want to bring a couple of things to your attention because I'm not getting some note sheets from some people. Do you see the submit button right here? When you create this note sheet, it creates one in your Google Drive only. So what you're going to have to do is when you're finished with each chapter, press the submit button. Whenever you're done working in my class, you could press the submit button. I will see it every time it comes up, and I just won't grade it until it's finished. This way, I know that you're doing work in my class. So now that you have your note sheet up, here's what you're going to have to do. You come back to this slide or this side of your screen, and you'll see here you have a printable note sheet. If you're going to do your online note sheet, you don't even have to worry about clicking that. Now, you might have to do, well, you're going to have to do vocabulary. The top part on each note sheet every time is your vocabulary. So you click that button, and it will take you to my website with the appropriate vocabulary for this list. So you write down this vocabulary, and you write down all the vocabulary words and their definitions. Then you get out of it. Now, I would always watch the introduction. The introduction tells you what this chapter is going to be like, why you need to know it, and it's going to give you an overarching theme, and that overarching theme is very important. You'll actually get tested on it, so you probably would want to write it down. Right when you're done with that, you click Next. The next thing that you're going to have to do is what we call a vocabulary escape room. Now, you're going to have to put in your school email address. Very, very important. Now, I log these. I'm going to give you our grade, our participation grade for doing these vocabulary escape rooms. The key with these are this. If you answer correctly and press next, you move on. If you answer it incorrectly and press next, it brings you back to the beginning. Okay, so that's why it's an escape room. It's for you to try to escape out of that room to complete it. Vocabulary is 85% of your EOG final tests. It's very, very important that you know these words. So if you don't do that, you won't get the participation grade, and it's gonna be 5 points each time. So I would hate to throw away those points just because you don't want to do this. It's easy, it's stress-free. Then you go into your content, your resources. Now, you'll see down here on the note sheet on the right-hand side, Map Essentials. This is where you're going to get your reading strategy or your reading assignment, your reading passage. So you would click on Map Essentials and it will bring you to my website. And all you have to do is, if it comes up like this, is click, I don't know if you just click on it. Yeah, you could just click on it and it will make it larger for you and let you be able to read it. Now, what is a globe? You go through the reading and you read through here and you say, oh, I'm going to find the answer here. And you say, oh, the answer, the most correct scale of the Earth is a globe. So you would write that down here. What is a globe? The most correct scale of planet Earth. And then you continue on reading and finding these answers for Map Essentials. Now, once you hit that last one, you're done with Map Essentials. Okay, so you can just go ahead and click out of that. Now, if you want to watch the video, and if you're doing this by yourself, right? If you're at home doing virtual and you can't find it in the reading, hit the video.
Today we're going to be going over Map Essentials.
Okay, because I'm going to go over the same thing in the video.
If you try to put
all right, globe, the best modeled representation of the Earth. There it is. So once you finish that one and you finish themes of geography, then you move on. Now this is an assignment, right? So I would click the assignment. It loads it in a new page. It makes a copy just for you. Now this one you can do like this because it might help you to have your notes up on the right-hand side and your assignment on the left-hand side. Now this assignment is a map and it's going to ask you what certain things are. To find the regions, you might have to go into your reading. That's the purple circles. So you're going to do that work. Always press submit. You have to press submit to get the grade. Don't do it and then don't press submit. It's very silly. So after you press submit, oh, I forgot to tell you, on your vocabulary escape room, you have to mark it as done. I forgot to tell you that. I'm sorry. So when you go to your vocabulary escape room, that's the one that I said you're going to get a participation grade for. You have to click this button to mark it as done. Okay, if you don't mark it as done, you're not going to be able to move on. So you go through and you get your answers for Map Essentials and themes of geography and do your little map right here, reviewing the information again and submitting it. Then you could do the first checkpoint. The first checkpoint's 5 questions. Remember, you have to get 4 out of 5 to move on, and it's chunked. It's this information here. You're only going to learn about 2 things right now. Now, to take your final assessment, or to take your checkpoints, notes are not allowed. Okay, so don't use your notes and take your checkpoint. I would rather you take the checkpoint because you remember how many times you get to take it? 3. So I'd rather you know the information than try to cheat. So go ahead and take it. You get a 4 out of 5, bang, you can move on. Okay, you get a 3 out of 5, go back and look at your notes. You say, oh my gosh, what did I get wrong? Here's the answer. Oh, okay. And go back and fix it and then move on. So then when you move on, you'll see reading resources for the earliest Americans and early explorers. So right here you have Native Americans and early explorers. So you answer those questions by either going to the reading or going to the videos. And then you'll have a reading assignment. So you'll have to do this Columbus reading assignment. And remember, always copy and paste the questions into your answer. Use complete sentences and use text evidence when required. Guys, I can't stress enough that just by doing something so simple as copying and pasting or using complete sentences, now you do get to, I will give you feedback and you'll get to redo it. However, these points add up. A half a point here, 1 point there, half a point here. They add up very quickly. And you can be like, wow, Mr. Sheila, why do I have a C in your class? I thought I was doing really good. Well, every time I told you to do feedback, you never handed it back in. It was late. It took off 10% per day, or you never use complete sentences. So your grade will suffer if you keep doing stuff like that. Then you go on. Then you take your second checkpoint, and remember, note sheet, I can't use it, so I'm going to go ahead and minimize it or get rid of it. Take the checkpoint, pass it, and then move on. Now for here, you're going to have review activities. So like I said, I give you plenty of ways to review. I will be honest with you, best ways, right? If you're going to do this, play the video and look at the note sheet at the same time. That's going to be the best way, because that's going to be the best answers. You have a Kahoot review, a quizzes review, and you can go through that stuff and you will be able to get all the information. As long as you are ahead of time, study, study, study. All right? Study, study, study. Take those tests. Do a good job. And when you're done with studying and then you take this test, my note sheet's gone because I'm taking the test. After you take that test, you can go back, and submit your note sheet. If you don't know how to go back and submit your note sheet, say, "All right, I took the test and I can move on. Woohoo! Now I'm going into chapter 3, which is the 13 colonies. Oh, but you know what? I forgot to submit my note sheet." You can go back to your modules and you can go to your note sheet, 1 and 2 online note sheet, and you can either press that it will upload again, or it'll tell you to refresh, and you would just upload it again and it will have all your notes on it. And it's very, very important that you press the submit button. I would just submit it every day to make sure that I know that you're working, so I can see what's going on. If you have any questions, I'll be able to look at them. I'll be able to answer them. I might even be able to, oh, you missed this one, so go ahead and redo this before you take your checkpoint. All right, so that's the way that this class is going to work. That's the way it's going to be set up. This might be a long video, but you have to watch it. So I've walked you through chapters 1 and 2 on how to get the information and how to complete the note sheet and how to hand everything in. If you have any questions, always please contact me through Canvas or email, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. We want to make this a great year. I'm going to try to do face-to-face, well, maybe not face-to-face feedback, but I'm going to try to give video feedback so I can articulate more what I think you need to know. And hey, let's make it a great year, okay? Good luck.